for joining me to paint. Today we're going to be doing our Stampin' Bella Chatty Squidgy image. This is a current card kit in the store, so if you'd like to pick that up, I'll put a link to that and all the supplies I use down in the description box. There I'm showing you how I traced the chair onto my page. I first doodled it on a piece of scratch paper, then I used a pencil to rub over the back of it, and then I flipped it over and I just traced over the line so that it would transfer onto my page. The paper we're using is Arteza 140-pound watercolor paper. Our paints are going to be the Prima Complexions palette and then my Gansai Tambis. And the paintbrushes are Silver Black Velvet 2, 4, and 6. So again, I'll put everything down in the description box in case you would like to pick anything up. But anyway, I have taped my paper down onto just a regular old clipboard with some blue painter's tape. Just for me, I like it to have the white edge around the outside of my image when I'm finished. And also, if you get your paper really wet, it will help it to stay flat if you let it dry. So we're not doing anything too spectacular today. I just thought it would be fun to show you something, an alternative to using your stamp after you're done with it in your card kit. So here I have drawn her sitting on a rug. So she's sitting in the living room chatting with a friend. She's got her little fireplace in the background there with some vases on the mantle, a little picture frame up in the top, and then a chair. When I did the scene, I went ahead and I Googled the chair, I found a picture online, and then I kind of traced it out onto a piece of scratch paper. I freehanded it. I kind of, made it up as I went. Was the proportions right the first time? No. So I had to go back in and I erased it and redid it and all that stuff. Same with the fireplace. So you want to make sure on the watercolor paper you have it however you want, or use really light lines because it doesn't erase very well. So my image, after I got it all painted or all drawn on there, I had to erase the chair because I made it too small, and then I made it bigger. So there's a few lines on there, but I wasn't worried. And then you can also, before you paint, if you don't want the pencil lines on there, you're going to want to erase those before you start, because they're not going to come off after you get the paint on there. But I didn't mind. I'm just going to leave them on there, and then I'm going to go over them at the end with my Micron 01 black pen and just color those lines back on with the pen. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you watch the painting, listen to some music, and I will see you at the end. decided that I would just paint it a light gray. So what I did is I diluted some black onto my palette, and then I got my paintbrush wet, and I'm just kind of wiping it around on there and making it, I'm dry brushing it on. So I didn't get the paper wet, I'm just kind of swooshing it around and making some texture like stuff on there. And then for that little painting there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it completely wet inside, and then I'm going to drop some leftover paint from my palette onto the painting section. And I don't really love how this Arteza paper, how it's supposed to bleed out and kind of make feathery things. It does not do that. So I don't really care for it for that, and I don't really like how it buckles either. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go back to using my Arches cold pressed paper. I really like that. It's a little bit more, it's more expensive than this, but this is more of a student grade paper. It'd be perfect for the kids to mess around with and have some fun with. So after I get it all dried there, I'm going to dry it completely because I want to use my micron pen on there to outline all the lines. I'm going to go ahead and outline all my lines on there with that. And then I'm going to use my white Sharpie paint pen, and I'm going to add some dots to the flowers on the carpet that I made. I know they don't look like flowers, but those little whatever those are down there. And then some white dots on there also, just to give it a little bit of interest on it. And then I'm going to call it good. I'm going to go ahead and take off the painter's tape. When you take off the painter's tape, you want to make sure it's completely dry or it will rip the paper. So what I do is I let it dry, or I dry it with my heat tool, and then I pull the tape away from the image, kind of at an angle, and I go slow so that it has plenty of time to release from the paper. So anyway, I hope you had fun. If you have a question, leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And then go ahead and you're going to want to hit the little bell when you subscribe so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Or if I'm doing a live class, you can hop on over and say hi and we can chat. Don't forget to leave a comment down in the description box. I would love to hear from you. And I hope you're having a fabulous day. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.